Hello everybody, this is the Jaguar 5.3 litre V12 engine. It's fitted with the 3-speed GM TH400 automatic gearbox, and today we're looking at the kickdown switch, and more precisely why yours probably isn't working. Let me explain. So on top of the engine here, this thing here with the two green wires going to it, just under there, that is the kickdown switch, and I'm going to show you how it works. I'm just going to step back and inside the car so I can press the throttle pedal. So this is what happens when you drive around normally. This is no throttle, that's full throttle. You know, I'm just pressing the throttle pedal here in the car. All very good, all working normally. If I go to full throttle for a second and then I push it a little bit further, I bury my foot into the carpet. I don't know if you can see and hear that, but let me just zoom in. I'm actually activating the switch just in there. So I'll just do this again. This is zero throttle. This is full throttle. If you just watch the mechanism here, I'm also push my foot a little bit further into the carpet. You can see the whole throttle cable is moving. It's poking out that end and it's going in that end. It's moving within that sleeve, and it's actually actuating that switch just here. Can you hear that clicking? So that is how the kickdown works. You have to go to full throttle, you have to push a little bit more, and you activate the kickdown. Just a quick manual demonstration of exactly how this works. So this is the kind of the switch roller in here, and that's the micro switch. If I just move it with my screwdriver, that clicking there is the switch being activated. It's actually a totally standard micro switch. I've got another one here. This is from the handbrake mechanism, I think. You know, it's on the handbrake lever and it turns the light on in the car. But hopefully you can see, if I just put this on here, hopefully this will come out, but you can see those mounting holes are the same, and the actual switch itself is basically the same. I'm fairly sure you could interchange one of those in a if you had a situation. So you get two very common issues with this mechanism. I've had both of them, and I seem to remember lots of the cars I viewed back in the day also had these same issues. So the first one is this physical mechanism here, where the cable moves within this sleeve. That can actually seize, because I guess nobody typically uses kickdown because you have to push the pedal so hard to activate it. This becomes completely solid, none of this moves, and it can't actuate the switch. The second issue is this switch falls out of adjustment. You see it's got these two small bolts on the top. They go into little captive nuts below. On just here, there's another piece of plate like this one. It kind of sandwiches the switch in the middle. So you tighten these, and it kind of it compresses this switch against this metal and holds it in place. It can fall out of adjustment, so that even when this sleeve moves, this switch isn't activated. So what you need to do on your car is, first of all, press the pedal in the car, check this moves, and secondly, check that when it does move, you can hear this click. That click is the micro switch clicking. And if you can't hear that, it means that the switch is out of adjustment. If you can't move this, then it means this mechanism here is seized, and you need to spray penetrating oil in here and on the end here and in here and try and forcefully move it and get it working again. So I have a suspicion about this. The Jaguar V12 engine is generally praised for being a good engine. You know, it's very flexible, it's good power, good torque low down, it revs to 7,000 RPM. Most of the complaints about the drivability of this car come from the GM 3-speed automatic gearbox. I have a feeling that this mechanism is not working properly or not adjusted correctly on most of the cars out there, and consequently most people who drive these cars have never actually experienced kickdown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the car for a drive I'm going to do a demonstration of how the engine behaves without the kickdown switch working, i.e., you know, it'll naturally change down from third to second due to engine vacuum going to the gearbox. And then I'm going to reconnect the kickdown switch and do a demonstration, say, of accelerating from 30 miles an hour, of how the kickdown behaves, because it's quite a dramatic difference. So this is full throttle from about 30 miles an hour in D without the kickdown functioning. Ready? Change down to second. And that's about 60, a bit below. So you can hear it quite clearly change down to second there. Right, so this is the same test, 30 miles an hour in D. I'm going to plant my foot up to 60 with the kickdown working. Yeah, that's a dramatic difference. You can quite clearly see it kick down to first there at 30 miles an hour. So I hope that helps some of you out there and gives you sufficient information to go and check your own kickdown switch and see if it's working correctly and adjusted correctly and clicking, etc. There is one potential modification you could do to this system, and I might do it actually. Obviously pressing the accelerator to full throttle is nice and easy and natural, but pushing it that extra little bit into the carpet in order to activate this and, you know, overcome the pressure in this spring, it's not a natural way to drive. So what I might do, and I think I have seen people do this, talk about this online, is adapt one of these switches, another micro switch basically, onto this throttle plate somewhere so that it activates when you just go to full throttle. Maybe I could make a bracket and bolt it on here and, you know, position this in here somewhere, you know, so it can activate on, say, that indented piece of the rotating assembly there, because that'd be a lot more natural. You know, if you just say it's 80% throttle, it wouldn't activate. You just push it a little bit further, go to 100, you get the kickdown to activate. I have a feeling on some of the US market cars, in parallel to this switch here, which is the fuel enrichment vacuum switch, I think they also have a secondary little micro switch like this on a little assembly here already acting. It's like you know, a redundancy type thing for the fuel enrichment. So I've got a feeling the bracket and things might actually already exist. I'll need to find some pictures of that, but it strikes me as a quite simple modification that would greatly improve this here. Anyway, I hope that helps. Cheerio. Thought I'd try the kick down again, just with the windows open so you can get a bit more noise.